So what are you seeing on the ground in terms of sector-specific pressure? And are any industries starting to show real signs of pressure?
So like in terms of sectors, I mean, we all talk about construction. Construction, I think in 2024 is around 25 to 30% of total insolvency. So it's definitely stress there, impacted by material costs, labor costs, and just general economy, the downturn that we've experienced in the last 18 months or so. Accommodation and food services as well is another big sector, which I think there's a lot of risk, and a lot of risk remains. And we can see that in some of the other commercial risk metrics that we're tracking, one of them being late payments, so how late particular business is paying other businesses. So we're definitely seeing a spike in that industry. And it's probably no surprise, restaurants and cafes, they get impacted by almost every kind of negative event that's happening in the economy. So, unemployment, you got your labor challenges, costs in terms of supplies. That's definitely one industry to look out for in the coming months.
Yes, I agree. Like with construction and hospitality, like we've seen with our clients at our firm, we've seen between 2022, 23 and this year about 120% increase in instructions from clients with debts. And it's mainly in the construction hospitality industry. That's just, in trade credit, also government debt as well for, workers' comp premiums. So it's spread mainly through those two industries from what we're seeing.
Yeah. And I think, look, we see a lot of our notifications around insolvency are in construction, but that also reflects our customer portfolio as well. I think you mentioned retail and hospitality. I think clearly anything tied to consumer sentiment and people's ability to spend, where you've had an environment of high interest rates for a long period of time, high in rental costs, everything, all high inflation, groceries, everything you see, those factors put together is going to have an impact on retail and hospitality, because people are just not going to spend, or they're going to downscale in terms of what they do spend. They're going to get a schnitty instead of an eye fillet or something like that, So, I think definitely people's spending patterns will change. They will eat in, they'll have a takeaway, they'll have an Uber, whatever, they'll definitely change their behaviors.